This whole Arlington Cemetery thing is absolutely nuts. By now, you know that Donald Trump was asked by one of the families of one of the soldiers that was killed in the Afghanistan withdrawal to come and lay a wreath at Arlington Cemetery on the anniversary of the withdrawal and the attack. Trump's team gets into a scuffle with somebody at the cemetery because you're not supposed to film political ads there. It's against federal law. The cemetery says that this scuffle happened. The U.S. Army says that this scuffle happened. The U.S. Army releases a statement distancing themselves from the Trump administration and saying, "Hey, this was not what you were supposed to do. He was made aware of the rules, yada yada yada." Then, instead of just going, you know what, maybe we shouldn't have done it, or not even saying anything at all, Donald Trump spends a few days punching back because he's just got to defend himself when he's dead fucking wrong. He just continues to dig the hole. Then he does an interview in which he actually says, I don't know who released the campaign footage that was on his social media accounts that his team filmed. And then he goes, well, maybe it was the Gold Star family that leaked it on his account. And when the reporter wasn't buying that bullshit, he switched to, this whole thing was a setup by Joe Biden. All of this stuff was a setup by Joe Biden and his administration, or the administration, he called it. And somehow tried to convince the American people that the Joe Biden administration made him go to Arlington and film a campaign ad against federal law and get into a scuffle with an Arlington Cemetery worker who was trying to prevent them from doing that. Which, by the way, even his own campaign said that this person was having a mental fit and when they tried to stop them from film. So, it's not that anybody's denying that this happened. They're defending the fact that it happened for days now. Now, I tell you that because I'm going to show you a social media post by him that was reposted by one of his most loyal cultists. But you know how when the leader of an authoritarian country, a dictator, tells you, don't look at the reality. It didn't fucking happen because I say it didn't fucking happen. And then his most ardent followers go, that's it, man. He said it didn't happen, so therefore it didn't happen. That's exactly what you're going to see in this. Because now Trump is saying, was no conflict. I think he meant there was no conflict, or fighting at Arlington National Cemetery last week. Oh, there was no conflict? You mean the one that your own campaign did not deny and admit it happened, but tried to blame it on the staffer? Okay. It was a made-up story by Comrade Kamala and her misinformation squad. She made it all up to make up for the fact that she and Sleepy Joe have blood on their hands for the incompetent Afghanistan withdrawal, the most embarrassing day in U.S. history. They should have been at Arlington, not on a beach or studying for a debate. Thanks to my friends, the great Gold Star families, the ones that you blamed for leaking your illegal campaign footage, for revealing the truth of a beautiful day of honor. Could not have been a nicer moment, and there was no fights or problems, only in the heads of those that are destroying our country. MAGA 2024. His own campaign has admitted this has happened. The Army has said this has happened. Arlington Cemetery has said this has happened. He has spent days defending it happening, and now he's reached the point where he's just going to tell you, fuck that shit, it never happened, get it out of your head. And what does Gunther Eagleman, the disgraced Texas cop, have to say? The boss has spoken. Aren't you just a good little cultist? Gold star for you today.